We are in historic Asheville Cemetery, St. Clair County, Alabama. This is a building here, like an outbuilding type of thing. Near this place stood Asheville's first church, Mount Pleasant Meeting House, used jointly by Methodists, Baptists, and Presbyterians, and Asheville's first school, Asheville Academy, chartered January 15th, 1831, almost 200 years ago. Wow. By John Byers, James L. Lewis, and James Rogan. Wow. Almost 200 years ago. St. Clair County, Alabama is, I'm going over in the older grave section, guys. The oldest ones. This cemetery is, almost 200 years old, too. From what I understand, some of the residents here were born in, well, that grave's caving in, not sure why. It's from 2022. Some of the residents here were born in the 1700s. The remains of 10 unknown Confederate soldiers rest here, known only to God. Now, there are 59 Confederate soldiers buried here. 10, they don't know their names. I guess right in here. Yeah, this looks like the oldest section of the cemetery. See, some just have a little thing sticking out. You can't even tell anything was there otherwise. Wow, born in North Carolina, December 1st, 1773. Before our country was even made, guys. So that'd be 253 years ago. Died November 18th, 1843. I'll be dang. There's a few other words on it, but I really can't make them out. Wow. That stone is so old, but it is still there. They must have did a great job putting that thing in. Yes, sir. I think you could tell this is the oldest part of the cemetery, you guys. I've always been fascinated with cemeteries. Don't ask me why. Since I was a child. In memory of, I don't know, it just says initial A, son of L.E. M. Bolin, born November 17th, 1858, and all died in 1859, just a baby. Those are the ones I don't like. The babies, children. Infant mortality was a lot higher back then. And there are stones over here too, you guys. Under this tree. That would be a nice place to rest. This tree is so old. Yeah, there's multiple ones under the tree. And who knows who they are. Every stone here represents a life story. Nobody wants to be forgotten. Now this one's interesting. Look at this. Oh, I wonder if the grave started sinking in or something, and they filled it in with this. Or did they just do this when they buried the person? I don't think I've ever seen that before, except maybe in a place where they can't dig, and my foot just sunk right there. Like, I think they got, there's some moles digging tunnels. All I see is a few initials I can't really make out. But if that's the size, that's a child. Not very big. Yeah, there's a bunch of holes. I think there's some moles or something digging holes. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at these giant holes. They're everywhere. There's some stone right here. So there's graves here. They just lost. They've been here so long. See, there's a little nub sticking out. And one over here. They've been here so long that you just can't see the stones anymore. This one's sinking in like they sometimes do, which creeps me out. Very, very old cemetery. I wonder, you read some of these. Oh Lord. Can't read that one. I knew someone that said you could take baking soda and rub it on the stones and you'd be able to, it'll fill in the letters, you'll be able to see it more. This is Byers. Someone by the name of Byers. Born 1845, I believe. Died 1848, maybe? Or I'm not sure. For the Civil War. This one I really can't see. In memory of, Loretta, maybe? Lorena. That's a pretty name. I think it says died 1865. I really can't make this one out, except he died in 1854, before the Civil War. And I'm not sure what those symbols are. They're like, kind of like two X's. Oh, it's a Freemason symbol, never mind. It was just hard for me to make out. And here's another really old one, with the sunken in grave again. This is interesting. Yeah, I've seen these in other cemeteries, like up north. I haven't seen one broken, though. What in the world broke that? Maybe a lightning bolt, you think? Well, it still isn't going nowhere, is it? I guess this was to prevent grave robbers. I don't know. Of course, someone could climb up over it, but I heard a theory. That's sad. I heard a theory not long ago. The iron fences, which is what these are made out of, sometimes were put around their loved ones. Here's a different one, an interesting one. Their loved ones' graves, because iron was thought, and still is, to protect from evil and negative spirits. so it would like keep the spirit of the departed loved one keep sinking in holes. It would keep the spirit of the departed loved ones safe. So I don't know. It looks like it did have a top to it if you see that bar across there. I'm not sure. It's missing the gate right here, of course, too. This has probably been here for like 180 years or something. And I can't... The ground is sinking in constantly. Oh, okay. Griffin, in memory of Mary Griffin. My daughter's name is Mary. And let's see, I'm trying to see. I'm not sure about a date. I know it's the 1800s, but I can't really tell. I wish I could read all of that. But they sure went through a lot of trouble to protect her spirit and remember her, didn't they? And here's another interesting one over here, you guys. Look at that. They wanted to make sure that grave was safe, huh? I was thinking maybe it was winter and they couldn't dig that deep, but it doesn't get that cold here. Like, it gets cold, but not like up north, where I'm originally from. This must be a Confederate soldier. Unknown. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking maybe this is where this area is where they all are. And they put this one flag here for them. They don't know their names. I don't know how they wouldn't know their names. But people didn't have IDs and stuff back then. Yeah, there's stones all around here just barely sticking out of the ground. Oh, these little sheep ones always mean that it's a child. I've seen them many years, decades. Margaret Eugenia, daughter of A. and S. E. Thompson, born January 20th, 1862, died September 27th, 1862, 8 months old, during the Civil War. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Born 1858 or 1859, that's all I can tell. You know, the last time I was here, I got a picture. I'm not sure if I put it in the community page. I got a picture of a grave down there, and this is a segregated cemetery. This is the rural South. Strange, huh? And it is strange. You would think things would be changed by now, but down there in the black section, I took some pictures. Well, up here too, but the ones I got in the black section, I'll post this in the community page if I didn't already. You can look for it. There is a weird, strange light over one of the graves, shining like it looks like rays of light. Looks like a bar of orb lights together, shining some rays down on a particular grave. It's very interesting. Every time I come here, I get some kind of weird stuff on camera. No, I can't really read this. Oh, wait, 1862. There's 2 people here. One died in 1866. I think one died in 1862. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up. I just wanted to show you a few things. I'd never been in this part of it before, I don't think. I believe this is the oldest part. It's interesting to me, and I'd like to pay my respects. And please don't give me hate if you're from up north or whatever. I'm not originally from down here, but I have ancestors who fought in both the North and the South in the Civil War. And no matter who they are, they died fighting, they died of disease, they suffered both sides, and their memories should be honored, including all the rest of our military who gave their lives. And I thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button.